Welcome to Monkspath Junior and Infant School's online safety presentation. The aim for this presentation is so that at the end you are equipped with tools and ideas of how to support your child to stay safe online. This statistic of 1 in 3 internet users being children shows us the importance of enabling our children to have those tools to keep them safe whilst they are online. This graph from Ofcom shows us the weekly consumption of media for our children. 3 to 4-year-olds average 29 hours per week, 5 to 7-year-olds average 30 hours per week, and 8 to 11 average 47 hours per week. This is nearly 2 whole days of a week where your child is watching TV, gaming, on the internet, or on a mobile. Are your children playing whilst they should be sleeping? Here are some more media consumption statistics from Ofcom. Some key statistics to look at are that 48% of 3 to 4-year-olds already use YouTube. We will be discussing the risks of this later, but also how to support your child in this area. 23% of 8 to 11-year-olds already have social media profiles. Do you know what your child does online? At Monkspath, we are here to support our parents and guardians to ensure that their children feel safe and happy whilst they are online. As you can see, more children are going online, and YouTube is on the up with our youngest children. However, lots of children now are taking action when they see something negative online, as so are parents. Nearly all 8 to 15-year-olds have been given advice and would tell someone if they found something negative online. More importantly, parents are now viewing that the benefits outweigh the risks, which is our mindset at Monkspath School. Online safety always has and always will be a priority at Monkspath Junior and Infant School. It's more prominent than ever, and the government have now included it in their Keeping Children Safe in Education document. The 3 main areas of risk are content, contact and conduct. Content and contact are the 2 main areas for primary schools. Content is essentially what they see online. Are you monitoring this? Are you aware of what they see? The second is contact, who they converse with, who they play with. Do you have regular conversations, especially if your child is a gamer or has social media? Here are some of the risks: inappropriate content, cyberbullying, online grooming, sexting, online reputation, self-harm, online pornography, and radicalisation. These all sound like extreme risks. However, as teachers and parents and guardians, we all need to be vigilant to the dangers for our children and prepare them as much as we can. Time to blow our own Monkspath trumpet. Here is what we do at Monkspath School. Every year group from nursery to year 6 have half-termly lessons about online safety. As a school, we follow government recommended schemes. Key Stage 2 this academic year had a visit from Be Internet legends who are a part of Google. We celebrate National Safer Internet Day and combine it with our school online safety week. We have a team of digital leaders. We discuss online safety and anti-bullying week. Both parents, carers and children have signed our acceptable user policies, and we tweet and email Wake Up Wednesdays to you, which entail the latest online safety updates. We also supply online safety termly newsletters. Can you answer all of these questions? Do you set a good example to your children? How much screen time do you have? Do you post content about your children which then changes their digital footprint? Have you got a family agreement on when, where and how long you and your family can use online devices? It is important that all adults around the children are setting a good example. This goes from parents to grandparents to cousins and babysitters. Here are some ideas on how you can support your child with online safety. Ensure that what they are doing is appropriate for their age. Play and explore with them to encourage discussion. Set boundaries for when, where and how long. Show them how to search safely and manage their access through broadband and device settings. As you can see, there are many risks to online gaming, such as bullying, lack of physical, mental and social development, lack of sleep, and children chatting to anyone and everyone. 1 in 3 players have played with people they have never met. Online gaming is also where grooming may occur, so it is important to monitor what they play and who they play with. At Monkspath, we are not telling you to stop your children from playing games, but we are here to give you some tips on how to make sure they are playing games safely. Read the advice and check the ratings of all games that they play. Play with them, which will then encourage them to discuss with you what they are doing. Teach them how to report and block. If they are younger, get them to play on aeroplane mode, which then stops them from making online purchases and talking to strangers. Agree what games they can play and for how long. Teach them the importance of keeping their information private. Create unique usernames with them instead of their names, and encourage them to keep gaming friends separate to social media. Askaboutgames.com is a fantastic website set up for parents and guardians which has up-to-date information about games. Now onto social media. Lots of platforms such as Snapchat, WhatsApp, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube have age restrictions, which we will discuss later. Although our children are too young for lots of these platforms, it is important to keep them aware of the risks that they may face in the future, such as speaking to people that are not who they say they are, falling for scams, accidentally downloading malware software, and providing too much information about themselves. Here are some of the very popular social media platforms available. Do you know all the age restrictions for them? Surprisingly, they are all 13 and above, so as we are a primary school, we shouldn't have to mention social media. However, we know the reality. The best thing for us to do as teachers, parents and guardians is to prepare our children to use social media safely and positively. Here are some tips for ensuring social media is used safely. Check their privacy settings. Follow or like each other and demonstrate positive behaviour through your platforms. If you wouldn't say it to their face, then don't post it. Show them how to report and block. Explain that what they post is out there forever. It's their digital footprint. Show them how to get help and discuss fake news. This is very important. Lots of children think news is from social media. At Monkspath, we now teach the importance of spotting fake news and being critical with their thinking. It is important that you portray this message to your children at home as well. I'm now going to talk about YouTube and live streaming, which are becoming even more popular with our demographic of children. Live streaming is highly appealing to children as it offers the opportunity for them to be a creator or presenter and be seen by a potentially huge audience. Here are some of the risks such as unmoderated comments, inappropriate content and hoaxes such as Pennywise, which I'm sure many parents and guardians remember. Here you can see that 1 in 10 children have already gone live, which means they have streamed their own content. Here's what you can do. If you have younger children, they should be using YouTube Kids, which is highly monitored, or Safe YouTube, where comments and autoplay are hidden. Like all of the other advice you have been given today, you should be watching videos together, teaching them how to report, make their accounts private and hide comments as they could contain inappropriate content. Here below is a link with 5 tips about staying safe online with YouTube. Finally, we couldn't do an online safety presentation without discussing FORTNITE. Firstly, here are the risks. It's aimed at 12-year-olds or above, but we know that lots of our children in school are playing this game. It is highly addictive and they can chat to anyone and everyone with the risk of grooming. It's a violent game and children can make in-app purchases. Here's what you can do. Ensure that you always discuss with your children who they are playing with and what they are doing, and encourage them to speak to you if they hear anything negative or upsetting. Manage their in-app purchases by having passwords. Most importantly, set up time limits on devices for how long they can play and follow your family agreement for when they can play. Thank you for listening. We hope you found this presentation helpful. We will continue to update you with relevant online safety information through our Twitter and email. It is important that if you have any issues at home, you come and speak to us because we are here to support you, keeping your child safe online.